Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, let's analyze the short-term price trend of Palantir stock. I am a swing investor, and I will not consider the price changes of a stock 1 month later. This channel only makes short-term price predictions for stocks, usually 1 to 3 weeks. Welcome to subscribe to this channel. Palantir stock rebounded quickly after a sharp correction on Tuesday. Bulls once again pushed the stock price to a historical high, indicating that the market still does not want the stock price to fall, and bulls are still trying to maintain the stock price. The trading volume of the stock has not increased significantly in recent days, which shows that the market is trading very cautiously. But the bull capital that drives the stock price up does not seem to have withdrawn from the market on a large scale, so the stock price still has reason to continue to remain high. Through the 30-minute chart of the stock, we can see that the stock price has continued to rise since July 1st. During this period, the bulls' willingness to push up the stock price was very strong, and the bears had almost no power to fight back. But the situation seemed to change on July 17th. The stock hit a record high during the trading session on July 17th, and then the stock price fell back deeply. But then the bulls quickly pulled the stock price to a record high, indicating that the bulls are still trying to maintain the stock price. This wave of pullback did not release too many transactions, indicating that the stock did not encounter crazy selling of capital. But this wave of pullback is still regarded as a negative signal. We can see that as the stock price rose further at the end of July 23rd, its trading volume also increased significantly. Although the cumulative trading volume on that day was not large, it seemed that a large amount of funds had withdrawn from the market, indicating that the profitable capital in the low-level area of the stock was taking the opportunity to sell chips. Through the position distribution of the stock, we can see that the stock's position volume in the $144.80 to $155.70 area has increased significantly in the past 8 trading days. Although the average daily trading volume in this period is not large, if the market is dominated by selling, the accumulated funds outflowing from the market are still large. The stock currently has a large number of positions in the $130 to $144.80 area, which shows that there is still a lot of long capital that has not exited the market at a certain height, so it is not easy for short sellers to significantly lower the stock price. However, the stock does not seem to have much room for further growth, because the stock seems to have entered a selling cycle, and the willingness of long sellers to push up the stock price seems to have declined. Mizuho analysts raised their stock rating and target price before Palantir released its second quarter earnings. Palantir is expected to release its second quarter earnings early next month. Wall Street expects Palantir to earn 14 cents per share and $937.5 million in revenue in the second quarter. Before the earnings report was released, Greg Moskowitz of Mizuho, one of Wall Street's top analysts, had raised the stock rating from underperform to neutral and raised the target price from $116 to $135. Despite this target price is still about 12% lower than the current price. Moskowitz said Palantir has had strong results in recent quarters, with both its commercial and government sectors seeing a pickup in business. He cited growing demand for the company's AI tools and data platform as a key driver. He noted that Palantir's first quarter results exceeded his expectations. Given the steady growth in its core business, he expects the company to achieve its 5th consecutive quarter of revenue growth when it reports second quarter earnings in early August. Moskowitz also pointed to Palantir's growing influence in artificial intelligence, government technology upgrades, and industrial automation. He believes these trends are expected to support further growth in the future. Although he praised Palantir's progress and strong execution, he also warned that the stock is currently valued much higher than most software companies. If growth slows, the stock price may face pressure. In the past 3 months, 11 analysts have tracked Palantir shares and made ratings. Among them, only 36.3% of analysts have buy ratings, while sell ratings account for as high as 36.3%. These analysts give Palantir stock an average price target of $109.50, which is far below the current price. The highest price target for the stock is $160 and the lowest price target is $40. Although the company's business has many bright spots, it may be one of the most highly valued companies in history in terms of its stock. The current price-to-earnings ratio of the stock is as high as 672, which means that the stock is currently trading at a premium, which is a common reason for many Wall Street analysts to downgrade the stock. Let's go back to the daily chart of the stock. There are still 8 trading days before Palantir releases its second quarter earnings report, and it is unlikely that the stock price will fall sharply during this period. But there seems to be little room for further increases in the stock price, because investors are also waiting and some investors may sell their chips in advance to avoid the risk of a stock price correction, which puts pressure on the stock price to rise further. If Palantir follows historical trends, its stock price may rise sharply after it releases its quarterly earnings report. But the stock market does not always follow historical trends, and it may also catch investors off guard. Although the stock may still rise further technically, I think the stock may not be able to break through $160 or deviate too much upward from that price. I set this price around $162, and then the stock may adjust sharply downward, and the target price may be in the $144.80 to $130 area. Okay, guys, this is my price prediction for Palantir stock. Thank you for watching. If you agree with my analysis, please share and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.